okay. I guess I'll do a show. Good evening, everyone. In a new interview, former First Lady Jill Biden said that she thought Joe was having a stroke during his debate with Trump. She would have done something, but no one asked if there was a fake doctor in the house. Jill also wondered if Joe was drugged during the debate, complaining that he should have been drugged before the debate. Apparently, President Trump wants to put his face on a $250 bill. Okay. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton wants to put his face on a $250 hooker. It tracks. A top New Jersey Democrat running for Congress once volunteered for an Al-Qaeda-linked group in the 90s. This, of course, is wildly embarrassing for Al-Qaeda. Joy Behar has announced that she's taking a hiatus from The View to do theater in England. Well, congratulations to her for landing the lead in Shrek the Musical. Yeah. Meanwhile, The View has their eye on a temporary replacement, but so far it's been a real challenge to track it down. For the first time, non-whites are set to become a majority in the United States by 2050. On the bright side, that means more khakis for me. Yeah. No lines at LL Bean. In Poland, a man was arrested for smuggling 200 pounds of cocaine inside of Kim Kardashian-branded underwear. Police described the underwear as still having plenty of room. And finally, Don Lemon is extremely upset at the construction for the UFC event being held at the White House. However, many people think he's just jealous that he's not the one getting pounded by sweaty men. I don't know what that means. Hey, he likes to wrestle. God love him. All right. So after deceiving the public for years, insisting Joe was fit to lead, Dr. Jill told CBS about one moment that left her terrified. Joe's CNN debate. Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
I wasn't horrified, I was frightened. Because I had never, ever seen Joe like that before or since. Never.
Or since?
Yes, or
You've
since.
never seen him like
never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
It scared you to death. Or were you just relieved Joe still had enough life in him to have a stroke? And come on, that's the first time his behavior terrified you? It wasn't when he used a sandbag on stage as a launching ramp? Or when he treated the steps on Air Force One like a water slide? Or when he wandered off into the woods like a 15-year-old collie ready to die? But help me out, which part made you fear for Joe's life? Was it any of these?
For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare, the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
I haven't seen a sick dog get put down like that since Old Yeller. To be fair, maybe Joe was just trying to be relatable, to Pentecostal snake handlers who speak in tongues. So anyway, your hubby's having a medical emergency. You were backstage, but you didn't rush to his side or call a doctor. Hell, you didn't even call yourself. Here's how she describes more of her thought process during that debate. Quote, is he short-circuiting? I felt like we were watching an AI hologram of the man we knew, and the hologram was glitching. Was he drugged? Then she writes, oh God, will people watching assume this is how he is all the time? Hey, Doc, we don't have to assume. We knew he was that way all the time. This is a guy who avoided Jimmy Carter because he couldn't keep up with him. But if you were really that frightened, then why did you cheer him on right after?
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie! 4 more years. 4 more years.
Yeah, 4 more years. Who knew she meant that's how much longer she hoped her husband would live? That same night, she brought him straight to a Waffle House. Yeah, nothing better for a person in mid-stroke than a stack of fried dough with half a fried chicken and maple syrup on it. What's next? Treating AIDS with more AIDS? Days later, she called him the only person for the job. What's that job, scarecrow? Then she struck a pose for Vogue, the telltale signs of a wife gripped by fear. Probably not for her husband, but that she'd lose the title First Lady and gain the title Old Lady. So peddling her new book after hiding Joe's mush brain from us, you say you were scared to death. Well, not as much as us. That was our president up there. But what about you, the loving wife? Where was that love before? When you took a bumbling old man, dragged him through a brutal national campaign, the fundraisers, interviews, the flights. A wife protects her husband's dignity. At least a wife who isn't Lorena Bobbitt. There's a callback. But when you in the media couldn't hide it anymore, the script immediately became, no one had ever seen Joe act like this before. When really you covered up every stumble, every freeze, every blank stare, lying to all of us. And not for Joe or democracy, but for power. It's the country's biggest scandal. And you act like an innocent bystander when really you were one of a group pulling the strings.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.